morning after my husband left for work, I spent most of my day piecing together Tito Telegat's life. An email address was enough. I collected every bit of him available on the internet. Tito Telegat was not his real name. He was a skinny man who liked his blue shirts on blue pants. He drove a blue Subaru. It was a dangerous one. He loved White Cup and was often photographed raising his beer bottle to the camera. He was the kind of person who liked camping. I preferred comfort and warm food. On his social media platforms, he quoted a lot of Joel Osteen. He liked to take pictures with only one side of his face. He disliked coffee, which is something we shared beyond my husband. And so I constructed my version of their affair. They must have met when it was raining. Oh, that's not what I should have heard. They must have met when I was still in Johannesburg. I too had once or twice thought of getting a lover for the time being. I might have kissed a couple of people and a friend's dog at a New Year's party. From time to time, one needs to feel the warmth of another body, to be reminded of the blood flowing in them. At times, during these first years of our long-distance relationship, I forgot what it must feel like to be touched. I worried if people hugged me or stood too close to my body, I might twitch in response to this closeness. My husband and Tito Telegat must have met in the evening while it was raining. Rainy evenings in Nairobi aroused my husband. The sound of rain in the window, he said, always intensified the moment. It made everything good. I thought of my husband standing by his lover's door, waiting to be let in. I thought of my husband's lover standing briefly on the other side of the closed door, turning around to make sure the house was ready for my husband, that the glass of water was where he needed it to be, and there was enough room between the sofa and the coffee table for them to sit or stand. And then, satisfied, finally opening the door to meet his lover, my husband. I thought of Tito Telegat and my husband standing there looking at each other, with the shyness of new lovers, that hesitation after having not seen each other for a while, before a lover's hand reaches out to touch their lover's face. I saw them as though they were standing next to me, and I could almost breathe their air. What did they do once this brief, uncomfortable moment passed? What did they say to one another? I saw them, and they were beautiful. I thought of my husband's hand on his lover's knee. It was difficult imagining Tito Telegat naked, so I imagined only my husband. It's a nakedness that was familiar to me. I thought of all the ways they might have had each other. I wondered if, like us, they were quiet too. My husband and I had fallen in love on the dance floor, a night before I left Nairobi for Johannesburg. It's the same way I fell in love with most lovers, on the dance floor. We connected over our shared detachment from family and a deep-seated hatred for definitions and binaries of any kind. We were neither this nor that. For the 6 years we dated, time spent together was brief and experienced in chunks. He preferred to visit me in Johannesburg. When we met, he was a creative director for an up-and-coming advertising agency in Upper Hill. What I loved and hated about these past years was the constant battle against time. The anxieties of departure, starting at the moment I picked him up from the airport, and then the fullness of the week. Whenever he visited me, we had only one plan: to live now, to inhabit this moment, and only this moment alone, to make as many memories as possible. There was no other life but this. We were here now. And so we gnawed on every bit of beauty, leaving nothing on the bone. We'd catch ourselves somewhere in the beginning of an argument. Then we'd stop and take a walk or go to a restaurant and eat. Food filled us. It calmed us down. Then we'd go back to my place and laugh fiercely. We'd become wildfires in the wind, turning each other into ash. When I told him to split me into halves or fold me into shapes, he did. He likes to watch us in the mirror, to see how desire looks like on our faces, how our bodies moved away and back to each other.